Jim Morrison, a poetic tribute and a channeled poem at the end. Into this house we're born, into this world we're thrown. Lyrics from Riders on the Storm, and this house is a picture where Jim Morrison was born in Melbourne, Florida on December 8th, 1943. There are things known and there are things unknown, and in between are the Doors. In 1965, Jim and Ray Manzarek co-founded the Doors in Venice, California. One of my favorite poems that Jim wrote is the movie. The movie will begin in 5 minutes, the mindless voice announced. All those unseated will await the next show. We filed slowly, languidly into the hall. The auditorium was vast and silent. As we seated and were darkened, the voice continued. The program for this evening is not new. You've seen this entertainment through and through. You've seen your birth, your life, your death. You might recall all of the rest. Did you have a good world when you died? Enough to base a movie on? Well, Jim definitely had enough to base a movie on. Oliver Stone's movie The Doors came out in 1991. However, let's get back to the poetry. Jim at the end of his life wanted to focus more on his poetry. Have you heard the Hitchhiker poem he wrote? Thoughts in time and out of season, the hitchhiker stood by the side of the road and leveled his thumb in the calm calculus of reason. Hi, how you doing? I just got back into town. LA. I was out in the desert for a while. Riders on the storm. Yeah, in the middle of it. Riders on the storm, right. Into this world we're born. Hey, listen. Man, I really got a problem. Into this world we're thrown. When I was out in the desert, like a dog without a bone, an actor out on loan. I don't know how to tell you, riders on the storm, but I killed somebody. No, his brain is squirming like a toad. It's no big deal, I don't think anybody will know about it, but take a long holiday, just let your children play. This guy gave me a ride, and if you give this man a ride, he started giving me a lot of trouble. Sweet family will die. And I couldn't take it, Killer on the road. And I wasted him. Yeah. That's a pretty good one. And then, of course, there is Horse Latitudes, where he talks about labyrinths and a horror story from Gothic age and gruesome romance. And horse flesh burning with consent, pause, delicate poise. Now, I wanted to read you a poem that I actually channeled from Jim Morrison. And here we go. We sang verses of song. Sing freely, dear one. The signs are there, and there is more to come. Sermons on hallowed ground. Catacombs in a Parisian town, wearing cloaks from days that have passed. A priest, a master of magic, and love divine. So much to give in your life is Jim, in such a short amount of time. A poet, a magician, manifesting your desires. You came alive with your music and shamanic dances, going in to sacred trances. Magic is in all your lyrics and your lives in different times. Dionysus and Artemis, siblings with different stands. One spoke of chastity and the other of earthly pleasures at hand. Somewhere lost in pleasure and the madness of art. In reality, it was a spiritual quest, shooting arrows, drinking from the cup of love? Or did it drink from me? Maybe both, but never really let it get that close. Set off on a pilgrimage, a voyage that leads to oneself, riding down the freeway on the other side, free now, helping others, and acting as their guide. Seraphims calling me to my final place of rest, finally resting, but not fully at peace. There are some pictures in here of his final resting place at Père Lachaise in France. And I'd like to give a special thanks to Dan Sheffield. He's the one that actually took the pictures in Paris, and he was holding the picture of Jim Morrison by his grave. It was a picture of me and Jim Morrison that he put together. And he also helped me with a few of these pictures in this video. And I made this video especially because Jim Morrison's death anniversary is coming up this July 3rd. Thank you for watching.